Okay, so hi, welcome to the daily vlog 001.5, not 002. Confession, and I'm going to go through a bit of a confession about 001 and then kind of explain why I'm going YouTube as a strategy and not Facebook native video currently. So this first of all, confession. So 001, so I started doing the weekly entrepreneurs. So that was the idea, to do a weekly vlog. Now the reason why I've gone to daily is because what I've noticed with the analytics is that, and doing some research and a lot of stuff, that the YouTube channels that have really grown and got a lot of traffic and a lot more people focused on them and views and subscribers, for instance, are the ones that do daily updates. The weekly ones do seem to sort of drop off a little bit and the people don't keep up with it. It's also a long time for someone to keep viewing your video. When I was doing the weekly one, week 2 and week 3, and just about to release those, and around about, to make them really good quality each day, ended up being about 35 minutes, 35 minutes, which is just too long for people to be in a video. If you go into video and you see it's 35 minutes long, you're not going to watch the video. And what we've noticed with some of the analytics, it's interesting with some of the big YouTube channels as well, where people do sort of like, if you look, Casey Neistat's a great example, really big influence on me. But if you take his, where they're 8 to 10 minutes, 8 to 11 minutes long, okay, people don't sit and watch. If it's 50 minutes, they won't sit and watch it, but what they will do is watch 3 or 4 8 to 10 minute ones at a time. So even though they might not be watching it every single day, they're going in every sort of 3 days, and then they're going over the ones that they've missed, and watching 3 or 4 or 5 at one time. So they are sitting down watching YouTube videos for about 50 minutes, an hour. But if you tell them that one video is an hour long, they don't sit and watch it. They certainly don't sit and watch it all the way through. We looked at a lot of the stuff research, and they cut off quite soon in the first third, which is what you don't want really if you're going to all that effort. So with that in mind, what I decided to do was daily short ones. Now yesterday's, which went out, we would put this one out tomorrow morning, so that one was yesterday. The Monday's one was always going to be a 1 day behind, obviously. But the daily vlog 001 was some footage actually I shot from the week before, even though we dated it the 21st, because I wanted to keep it in date sync and not see there's a week out. But even though I dated it 21st, it was actually shot on the 16th. The reason why I left it in is because it was such a good bit of content on its own about I Love Mondays. And if you haven't watched it, go back and watch it, yesterday's vlog on the YouTube channel. But it was such a good bit of content I wanted to leave in there, and I thought it'd be great to start off the daily vlog with I Love Mondays rather than so it was a very short one. It was a real good bit of content, so that's why I wanted to start off with that one particularly. And then so this is going to be vlog 001.5 and confession of that. Now also, what I'm quickly going to go through with this vlog is, now when you see the vlogs, we're still going to have a bit edited, so you see the whole day chopped in chip, but on this one really much just want to explain that. And also, because I haven't done any footage for today, which actually to be honest was quite a boring day in terms of for you guys watching it. It was just a lot of phone calls, a lot of Skype, and then just traipsing around some hotels looking for a venue for my big collaboration meeting. So it wasn't great great content to put out there, which is fine. So we thought we'd just do this quickly one and also explain. Now I've been going on a little while ago, was going on about Facebook native video, about if you're going to do Facebook video, do it native, so load it up directly into Facebook rather than going to YouTube and using the link. Now I'm going the opposite way. Everyone else is doing these Facebook live videos, everyone's doing Facebook videos in there natively. I'm going back, which looks like the opposite way, but I'm going away from the norm to and putting in back into the YouTube links so people can link back into the YouTube links. Now, the reason why we didn't do that initially, where we used to advise people putting in native videos, is because it was getting more views. It was as simple as that. It was getting a lot more views in native video. People didn't want to come out to a YouTube link. It was getting a lot more views. But here's the thing, as I always saying, I'd rather have 10 views of quality people that want to watch it, that click on it and want to watch it, rather than 1,000 views of people that don't particularly watch it. They're just going through it and they're just curious, but they're not really interested. Also, nearly 70% of all Facebook videos are watched without no sound. No sound, because people, when they go into using Facebook, they're not thinking, oh, I want to do it for volume, you know, they're going in to check on what's happening. Twitter's very much as it's happening, and we're going to go into one of the others about more social media things, engagement, but Twitter's as it's happening, Facebook after it's happened, after the event has happened, and people going in there to read about what's happening, to check up what people are doing in their personal life, blah blah blah. People don't really want it going in there, even though video is so big on Facebook, unless it's really engaging. Only about 30% are actually turning up the sound and listening to, clicking on the video and then turning up the sound to actually listen to it. Whereas when you go into the YouTube app, the same people, same 70% that go over into YouTube app and go, right, I'm going to watch YouTube for an hour and just catch up with YouTube stuff. Obviously, as soon as you go into YouTube app, you turn up your sound, because you're expected to watch videos. So that's why I've gone more YouTube. If you're going to go Facebook, you need to go captions. If you're going to go, now the reason why we didn't go in, we go with the captions on, which you'll see a lot of videos now where they have captions on them. The reason why we didn't go with that, and the captions just for it, is with what I'm saying will come up on the video in words. The reason why I didn't want to go that route, one, it means a lot more work in the thing. It means someone's, you know, having that job of taking what I'm saying and then put it in and then transcribe it and edit into that. If I'm going to do these videos, I'm going to commit to do them daily, which I am going to, then we want it as simple as possible. Simple editing out there, not hardly any editing, just some quick shots, boom, put it together, stick it out there, and that's that. And that's the reason why I'm going daily and not weekly, because the channels, the YouTube channels that do the daily ones and stick to it are the ones that really get the engagement, rather than the weekly ones, as I explained before. So that's vlog 001.5, which will officially be Monday the 23rd and a half, and then tomorrow's you'll see the full one about Tuesday. So subscribe. If you obviously going to be the link's going to be from YouTube, so you're going to be in the YouTube, so subscribe to the channel so you get the updates and you can catch up whenever you're leisure.